Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome again to my YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube. I say welcome again to my YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube. And this evening I will be continuing some more military content, following up with different pathways for the enlisted to officer United States Coast Guard. And this right here will be part 3 because the Coast Guard has several different commissioning programs or career fields for those that desire to become officers in the Coast Guard. And so tonight I'll be covering the direct commissioning engineer program for those officers or for those individuals that desire to become officers in the field of engineering. And so my last video I covered the commissioning program for pilots in the Coast Guard, and so tonight I'm covering it for the career of engineering. So let's get started, guys. All right. Okay. Basically for Coast Guard members and civilians and those with prior members, they definitely need a bachelor's degree in science, technology and engineering and mathematics, basically STEM, in order to go into this career field and be commissioned as an officer. Okay, they also can have a bachelor's degree in either command, control, communications, computers, cyber, and IT. Okay, now basically the direct commissioning engineer program, which I'm going to use the acronym DCE. There are in some enlisted Coast Guard members, right, that may have different ratings, okay? And these, I'm just going to just name just the acronyms, for now: MK, EM, DC, AET, IT, or ET ratings, okay? And you can have at least an associate degree for those particular rates, but you still have to have it in a career field of STEM. Now, I'll get to those particular ratings maybe in another video, but I don't want to make this one too long. But anyway, if you have an associate in those particular in STEM, with those particular ratings, and definitely IT was one of them, you would be eligible to to apply for this commissioning program. And so this applies for those that are on active duty, or those that are enlisted and you desire to become commissioned as an officer, and civilians that want to go in, and also members from other branches of service that desire to be an officer in the United States Coast Guard. All right, so let's basically get into what the initial assignments and training, and pretty much the commissioning programs are going to be the same. The only thing that's going to change is the career field, but there may be some that are hearing this video for the first time, so I'll go through it. All right, so initial assignments and trainings, okay? Let's see, direct commissioning engineers, they work with obviously a Coast Guard assignment officer, once they've been selected for this commissioning program, okay? Then what happens is the assignment officer will review the individual's education, their experience, and qualifications, in addition to their express assignment interest, basically your dream sheet. Once you make it through this program, then what happens, the Coast Guard will give you a basically a sheet where you can fill out where you'd like to be stationed at. And so if it lines up with the government and the military's needs, then you may get your first preference. But normally they offer you several different choices of where you'd prefer to be assigned to, what your preferred location is. And if it matches up with what the government needs, then you may get your first, second, or third choice, or however many options that they offer you. But moving along, Okay, and so they'll assign you, orders to your first duty station, or PCS orders, which in the military that means permanent change of station. So, orders is what the military uses to move personnel from one location to another, whether it's a permanent change of location or whether the individual is doing a temporary or a tour of duty. And a tour of duty is to serve in a temporary location, but you still are administered orders. All right. Moving on. Okay, so once they're assigned to their initial duty station, the candidate will remain there for approximately about 30 days, and then after that, they will be given orders to attend the direct commissioning officers course or school in New London, Connecticut. Okay, and there new officers, or candidates, they are sent TDY. So basically they're deployed to go to this officers academy, so to speak, or school where you get commissioned, and then they basically get to learn basically about the Coast Guard, and also about their whatever the traditions are, and then also their career field. Now, once they pass the DCO commissioning program, they return back home to their duty location, and there what'll happen is that the Coast Guard Naval Engineering, what they'll do, they'll begin to receive specific training to their career field. Okay, and now these naval engineering assignments are influenced by the selectee specific degree, training experience, and also their desires, but obviously the Coast Guard is going to come first. So whatever their needs, they come first above the individual military members. If they both happen to match up, then that's a win-win situation. Okay, moving along. Okay, Surface Forces Logistics Center. Okay, positions at this command, they include shoreside support billets. Okay, basically the Navy calls it shore duty. It's basically being when you're on land and you're serving off of a ship, just basically doing land duty, like the Army, Air Force, and Marines do, when they're not, assigned to be on a ship. Okay, so they can serve as either port engineer, availability project manager, a quality assurance inspector, maintenance, integrator, asset manager, and obviously you have other shore side positions. Now, looking at these particular jobs, understand that as a commissioned officer, these are basically junior grade officers in the grade of 01 and 02. So these are, for the new jacks or the new kids, that are being newly commissioned. I don't mean kids or anything in a derogatory way. What I'm talking about is those that are newly commissioned officers. So like anything else, you don't start at the top, you start at the bottom, and you have to work your way up. So these are junior grade officers. So many of these are junior grade positions to allow newly commissioned officers to get the training they need and to get their feet wet, and then as they progress, in rank and in promotion, and then their ratings, then obviously more responsibility, will be given later on down the road. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, let's see. Also among that, there's student engineer afloat positions. Okay, opportunity exists to serve aboard a Coast Guard cutter as a student naval engineer within the cutter's engineering department. Okay, these jobs provide the ability to work on some of the most technologically advanced engineering machinery in service today. So basically cutting edge. Okay. All right, on board the Coast Guard's most modern, basically on their most modern either ships or, whatever type of vessels that they have. So these individuals be given the opportunity, to work on these technologically advanced, ships and vessels, Let's see, what else do we have? There's also the Coast Guard yard industrial positions. Okay, opportunities for this are an integral part of Coast Guard yards. You know what I'm saying, and they have a history of 119 years. Okay, and the essential members of the Coast Guard largest organic shipyard repair facility. Now, I don't know how many of you guys have ever worked, at a shipyard. Obviously, there's different facets, to the shipyard. The shipyard can be a place where they can carry either, old vessels or new vessels, and then there may be a certain portion of the shipyard where maybe it's like a kind of like a boneyard, or maybe a junkyard, for certain types of older vessels, and maybe like spare parts. I know that in the Air Force they would call it, say, a boneyard, for certain vessels that may be on their way to be decommissioned. But sometimes you can still use the parts, and also you can also study that particular vessel, and gain integral knowledge, on the particular equipment, and utilize it, on other vessels. So there's different parts to a shipyard, but these are some of the jobs or the opportunities that junior grade and newly commissioned officers will have, and it does give good experience. Okay, in this basically shipyard for the Coast Guard, right? They basically work on whatever type of surface vessel that the Coast Guard has. So it's good experience where the those that are in the engineering department, they can become well versed, and they can really learn a lot, in knowledge, and add this to their toolkit. Okay, and this shipyard is where they also do repairs. Like I said, I mentioned like a boneyard, or a portion of it may be like a junkyard, or you might want to picture it where it may have some new, some old, and a certain percentage like a mechanic's yard, where they're fixing vehicles. The only difference is these right here are the vessels that the Coast Guard uses, which are definitely going to vary, because they have all types of vessels that they do use, not just ships. They have small vessels and large vessels, but it's an opportunity for an engineer to get excellent experience. Okay, let's see what else is available here for engineering officers. Okay, you have Coast Guard industrial operations. Okay, in this particular capacity, there are opportunities to serve in the Coast Guard National Industrial Enterprise managing repair. Okay, so again, this is a chance for engineers, to get a lot of experience working on Coast Guard vessels. A lot of hands-on training, and you get to learn the intricate parts, and also the details, and to develop your engineering skills, or your skills as an engineer and a commissioned officer. Okay, all of this helps, is part of your background, because at some point as an officer, you eventually you're going to lead other people. So you need to have some background knowledge, if you're going to lead people in a particular unit or department, or eventually a fleet, as you advance. Okay, let's see what else is available. Okay, you have acquisition program officers and project resident officers. Okay, and these opportunities, okay, they serve as part of the Coast Guard's newest surface acquisitions program. Okay, to include national security cutter, fast response cutter, offshore patrol cutter, polar security cutter, and waterways commerce cutter programs. Okay, so here you have other opportunities, and this sounds more like for those that may be more of the action junkies. And so you get a chance to assist and get a piece of that. Okay, and next, Coast Guard headquarters. Okay, opportunity exists to serve in the Office of Naval Engineering, where you will directly influence enterprise level policy, program and organizational management initiatives. And this is where I was talking about, where you begin to move into, say, the other side, as an officer, in this engineering department, where you're gonna be able to write policies, and this right here can lead, to excellent opportunities to command, and when you be in charge, of people, and you get to learn exactly what the rules and what the regs are, because you're going to be administering some of it, and also you will be probably, more than likely, probably writing some of these policies and the organizational management initiatives. So this is a chance, for promotion and to begin to move in, to greater leadership responsibilities. Okay. Yes. Okay. So now for this particular career path, okay, initial assignments, okay, DC selectees can anticipate broadening their experience within the naval engineering, civil engineering, or CSI communities with increasing levels of leadership and management exposure with progression in rank. And I just basically said that. Okay. Likewise, DCE officers may have opportunities for special duty assignments. You may have like mission support assignments, command cadre, afloat or ashore, and graduate school opportunities. Check that out, graduate school, guys. So, and while you're in the military, they will pay for your education. So, even though you may have went in with a bachelor as an officer, you're gonna need more education in order to advance further up in rank. So all of these are opportunities that you can capitalize on and take advantage of while you are getting paid to be in a career field that you desire to be in, and you get a lot of hands-on experience, and also a lot of organizational leadership and management experience while learning how to write and also dictate policy. So there's a large opportunity for officers to learn executive level leadership. So, it's good experience, good experience, and you're getting paid good money also to do it. Okay, let's go through direct commissioning engineer eligibility requirements. Okay, what are the requirements? Okay, for this particular career field, if you want to be commissioned as an officer, age-wise, the age limit is from 21 to 41. Again, the age is from ages 21 to 41. Okay, in terms of character standards, they want outstanding moral character. Outstanding moral character. Okay, no slim shadies in this. Okay, let's see. Also, they mentioned that applicants currently that are in the Coast Guard, they would be ineligible for commissioning if in the past 36 months or 3 years to their first direct commissioning officer class panel, they have been convicted by a court martial, been awarded UCMJ, basically Article 15, non-judicial punishment, receive an unsatisfactory conduct mark, receive a negative administrative remarks, or been involved in alcohol-related incident. So basically, guys, you got to keep your nose clean. And also, you got to be cream of the crop in order to be selected for this commissioning program. That they want, the best if they're going to invest this type of money in training, into you to become a future leader from the strategic level. Okay. Let's see. Number 3, must be a U.S. citizen. And you must be able to obtain a secret clearance. And in terms of dependents, okay, if you're married, going into this commissioning program, you can't have more than 3 dependents, and that includes your spouse, whether she is in the military or not. She is still considered, one dependent, and then you can only have two more. Okay, so 3 dependents. Okay, now Coast Guard active duty applicants for E5 and above. That's those that are enlisted with a minimum of 4 years active duty service, and this is excluding active, excluding your training. So any basic training or any training you had, that excludes that. They're talking about straight active duty time served. At least 2 years of which must be Coast Guard active duty service may have sole or primary custody of dependents. Okay. Let's see. All eligible applicants must provide a dependent care plan with an indefinite general power of attorney. So before you are eligible to go into this commissioning program, they want to be sure that you have a dependent care plan in place. So if you have to deploy, or if you have to work, say maybe excessively, say long hours, that you having dependents, that it will not interfere with your ability to perform your duties. So they want to be sure that you have this in place, and it is basically signed by an executor, or make sure you got general power of attorney, because the military feels it this way. You signed up and swore in. They didn't issue you a family. So it's your responsibility to make sure that you have a plan in place to care for your dependents. Even if you can't be there directly, somebody else responsible will be able to take care of them. All right, next, education and GPA. Okay, you must have a minimum of a 2.5 GPA out of 4. Okay, that's the minimum. 2.5 GPA out of 4. 4-point GPA obviously being the highest. Okay, have a bachelor's degree or higher degree from an accredited college or university in STEM or CSI field. Okay, and obviously they give examples. Naval engineering, a STEM degree with a focus on mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, naval architecture, engineering management, systems engineering, industrial operations, or industrial administration. Okay, civil engineering. Okay, a STEM degree with a focus on civil engineering, architecture, environmental engineering, construction management, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, or engineering management. And then in the field of CSI, communications engineering, computer engineering, computer science, command and control, electrical engineering, information technology, IT, information systems, network engineering, software engineering, systems engineering, telecommunications engineering. Okay, and other degrees, they can be reviewed, to see if they're applicable, but that's on a case-by-case basis, and they recommend ask your recruiter, for information pertaining to this, so they'll be able to tell you what degrees, outside of what I just mentioned will be accepted. Okay, if you're a college senior in this career field, you are eligible to apply for commissioning. Okay. Let's see what the rules are. Okay, bachelor's degree will be conferred prior to commissioning date, which will occur 30 days prior to the direct commissioning officer course. For the panel which is making these selections, for the panel which you are being selected by. Okay, the applicant must provide an official letter from their college registrar certifying their enrollment, degree, their major, their GPA, and anticipated date of graduation. So you are allowed to apply, early before you have received your degree, but you have to provide proof. They want to be sure that you're not lying or snowballing and saying that, I'm going to get this degree in such and such time, and knowing that you already dropped out of school. They want proof before they spend this type of money and invest their resources in you. Okay, now for those that are for foreign degrees, okay, applicants who have degrees conferred by a foreign school must include in their application a course-by-course assessment from an organization such as Educational Credential Evaluators. In addition to the inclusion of the translation of their degree, okay, that means also if it's in a language other than English, okay, so that is the organization or entity that will evaluate the credits that you have earned for this degree if it's from a foreign institution, and they want to evaluate to make sure it is the U.S. equivalent. All right, moving along. Okay, let's see Coast Guard member stipulations. Okay, Current Coast Guard enlisted members, E5 and above, in select career fields, MK, DC, AET. This is basically probably like IT, electrical engineering, but like I said, I'll get to those later. You have mechanics, okay? Ratings, of these particular rates or ratings or basically Coast Guard specialties, basically these career fields, okay? With at least an associate degree in STEM or CSI discipline, they are eligible to apply, okay? Other Coast Guard enlisted members, E5 and above, with at least an associate degree in STEM or CSI discipline, and if you have basically work experience in the naval engineering or civil engineering or CSI arenas, are eligible to apply for the commissioning officer program on a case-by-case basis, okay? The associate degree must be conferred by the application deadline, okay? Members must make E5 by the panel date, okay? And be Coast Guard commission temporary eligible, okay, and must also have at least 4 years of active duty service, in the Coast Guard. So, they want somebody with a little bit of seasoning up under the belt. And I'm gonna get ready to close this out. This is getting a little bit long, but I'm pretty much at the end, okay? You have to be financially responsible. Can't have filed for bankruptcy, within the last 10 years, okay? Your student loans, you need to make sure that you disclose this, to your recruiter, and that if you got any student loan payments, that they are in deferment, and the anticipated date and amount of repayment of those loans. You want to make sure you're going to pay those loans. So you have to be financially responsible. Okay, now let's see, military service. Okay, let's see, all of the below must apply. Okay, let's see, not required. Okay, maximum active duty service is 10 years of non-Coast Guard. This is for members that are coming from other branches that want to become officers in the Coast Guard. 10 years of non-Coast Guard active duty military service, as a commissioning date, okay? Let's see, what else? You must sign a conditional release form, which is it's a DD Form 368, in order to release you from your branch of service before applying for this commissioning officer program in the United States Coast Guard. All right. Let's see, Dill. Is there anything else that I have for this? Okay. Pretty much for now, this is going to be it. And obviously, you have to make sure you meet all height and weight standards. Make sure you're able to pass, their physical exam. Let's see, what else is there? Okay, and this is for, prior military members, okay? So they don't require, a test score to apply for the direct commissioned engineering program. Tattoos, it has to be within the regs of the Coast Guard, and if you need to have them removed, definitely your recruiter will be able to let you know if you need to have tattoos removed. So the Coast Guard has their standards on that. And let's see, coming to the end. Okay, lastly, appointment grades and terms of service. Okay, selected applicants will receive a 3-year active duty obligation. It means you have to give them 3 years out the commission. Selected will receive a temporary or reserve commission as an active duty ensign, a lieutenant junior grade. Okay, an ensign is an O1. Lieutenant junior grade is going to be a O2, or a lieutenant, which is going to be O3 in the U.S. Coast Guard or U.S. Coast Guard Reserve, okay? If you are ready to apply, you can apply, or you have to contact a Coast Guard recruiter to begin the application process. And you can check this online, www.gocoastguard.com, about us find recruiter. So that is where you begin the process for this commissioning program as an engineering officer in the U.S. Coast Guard. And thanks, guys, for being patient and listening. That's all I have on this one. And again, the name of my channel is Eric Broadus YouTube. That's EricBroadus YouTube, or ericbroadusyouTube.com. So please subscribe to my channel. Smash that bell to be subscribed. Hit the like button if you like the video. Leave comments. If you don't like it, hit the unlike button and leave comments. Everybody's entitled to have their say. And maybe you know something, that I don't, and maybe there may be some that I missed that you may be aware of. So please do that. And also I have a podcast called Snacks Thoughts, SNAKZTHOUGHTS. And you can find my podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Spreaker, Listen, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, SoundCloud, Radio PBM, and a host of other social media platforms. So please share both and subscribe to Snacks Thoughts as well. Thanks, guys, for listening, and happy Independence Day. Shout out to all my vets, and to all my active duty servicemen and women, and reserves and guard members. Appreciate all you do. Thank you for your service, and thanks, guys, for listening. Have a safe 4th of July weekend. See you soon. Peace.